or welcome back. So in today's video I'll be showing you how to make a thumbnail like mine. So first thing you'll want to do is to open up Roblox Studio. If you don't have Roblox Studio, then it's really easy to download. So it could come with Roblox, that's what happened with mine, but if not, just go to your app store and buy it. It's actually free, but you know. So then you want to choose this base plate. I normally delete this just because that distracts me. Go to plugins and then you have this full bar. Go to load character. If you don't have load character, all you need to do, go to toolbox in the home screen and then go to plugins and then type up load character. It's this one in the middle, so you want to click that and it will say installed or install. So that's all you have to do, and then you want to load your character. And here's mine. So this is my character. I normally go to the color thing and go for this. I just change it because I normally have this one on my Roblox avatar, but it just for some reason doesn't load. So if you don't like the face that you like, go back to toolbox and then change to images and then type up the face that you want. Okay, so I've typed up the super happy face because I normally choose this one in my thumbnails. Drag it down to the option of heads, but that kind of looks weird. All you have to do is delete the other face that you don't want, and bam, you have a different face on. If you want to change the outfit or hair or whatever, there's this quick insert option. You might have to go to plugins to find it. I don't really want to change anything, but for example, let's go into marketplace, and let's say I didn't like the hair I have, so I'll just type up, okay, so let's just go with this hair. Up here we have this code thing of numbers, so you want to copy and paste that, Control C, go back into Roblox Studio and enter it in here. Then you drag it down just to your name and then there. So if you wanted to change your hair or something, then that's all you have to do. Same with outfits. I might get a different hair, so I'll go get some of that. Okay, so I've chosen the hair that I want. Today I think I might change up the hair for once, because at the moment I'm just keeping to one. Once you've finished changing your avatar or whatever, and then you want to right click it, then down here it will say export selection. You want to click on that. Then as you can see, my one is already up to cooling, so you'll click wherever you want to go down here or whatever. Once you've found a place to put it, you want to name it what you want it to be, and then you press save, just like so. If you want any props, you can just go into the toolbox, go to models and then type up whatever you want. I'm not going to get anything just for now, but I can always come back. So now you'll want to open up Blender. If you don't have Blender, it is free, like I said, with Roblox Studio, so you can just go to App Store and download it. Okay, so if you can see, I had this file here that says faceless. So this is how I create the character and how they move. If you don't have one already, there'll be a link where you can download one, so you can also do this. So then you want to go to file up here, hover over it, and then go to the right and press wavefront. Click on that and go to the file that you need. Before you do anything, go over to this one and then press this one. Don't uncheck this one. Press on your character and it should just help it, because if you didn't check that one off, all your character would be stuck together and it would be very helpful. So then, as you can see, we have our character. I normally go to edit and then press menu search and put set origin, or however you say it, and that one, just to make it a bit more easier when turning. And make sure you line up to the line and place it in line with your character. So then you want to scroll down and delete. You want to delete everything else except from the hair and all the accessories that you want. So then you want to press shift and the head or any body part. Make sure you're on this one at the side, material properties. Press browse image to be linked, and then it should be somewhere there. And yeah, you've already done that, so keep doing that for all of your person. Okay, so now I've got my character. I'm going to press shift again, but then press on the rings around it, go down to object mode, and then scroll up to pose mode. And now it's like no longer orange or whatever. And if you press shift, don't forget the shift, it's very important. And then you can start posing. Make sure you click off of that one before you move on to the next one, just because it will go all weird. Let me give you an example. Whee! Just like so. But yes, you can pose it however you like. You can have them holding something, whatever. I think I'm gonna have my character like this. And then I'm gonna move the hand just like so. Obviously, I like to move the legs just to make sure to show that they're not just standing there. Sometimes I like to do a kick in the air, but I think today I'll just do this. Okay, so once you've finished posing your person, this posing was quite easy to do just because I wanted to make it very simple. But once you get used to it, you can like do all these cool stuff with it, like I do in my thumbnails. I think I might turn my head a tiny bit, so I'll just quickly select them, and just like that. If you don't have a camera already, just press add and then camera. But I already have a camera. I'm just gonna quickly lower it. Okay, so just like so. If you want to add a lighting, you just go to lighting and then you can pick one of them out of the four. I don't normally use a light. I change the lighting later on. I'd recommend the sun, then adjust it where you want it to be. When I used to put the sun in, I'll put it on 2 and keep it normally like that, or to a yellow. But you can like change it to a pink or to a lighter pink, maybe a blue or green, but you can basically choose. Woo, a disco, yeah. This option, output properties, go to output and then select the file that you want, and then make sure it's a PNG or JPEG, RGBA 16, and then either 50 if you want it a low file, or a 99. I normally keep it at 50 because I'll do some stuff in the editing app. Before re-render, go to this button over here, and then you want to go to fill and then make sure transparent is ticked off there if you want it transparent at least. If you have a model behind it, then that is fine, you don't need it transparent unless you have a window, then you most probably will. Then go to render image and it should come up with this. Give it a bit of time and it should be ready. Okay, so once it's finished, you want to go to save as and then save it to where you want it to be. Okay, so now if you have never used this is Pixel. This is where I edit thumbnails. What you want to do is go to the side where it says YouTube thumbnails, and then you can find a template that you want. Don't use the ones with the stars on them because that means you'll have to buy them. Go with the one that says free. So I'm going to press use template. I already have my background picture, so I'm going to load it in. So go over to this button over here and press add image. Load in that picture and then you'll have your background picture. So I decided to get a picture from Berry Avenue. I'm just going to scale it down just a bit, and then just like so. I'm going to leave it like that for a minute, and then I'm going to go back into this bit where I got my picture, and get my Roblox character. Okay, so my character's just loaded in. It's like looking a bit gloomy and dark compared to the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to adjust and filter, light, and then brightness. You have to keep doing that for a bit, but then I'm also going to add a smooth effect to it. Then I'm going to keep brightening it, but I think this is going to be the last lot, because like look, that is kind of bright. I think I'm going to do it up to there. I might just resize. God, I might have to be chopped out of this, but it's okay. So then once you've got your background and your character, you can add text. It depends on what you're going for. If you don't want text, then that's fine, but if you're doing one like this, you can do whatever. So type in your title. So I'm going to do one text and then another one in a different location. To change the font, you go to font and then scroll down to whichever one that you want. So I'm going to go for Magic Trick font, and then I'm going to add a outline to it and then resize it, but then I'm going to change it to that colour, but obviously it's still really small, so I'm going to resize it. Now I might redo that and put the thumbnail bit on a different text thing, but then I want to add like pictures of my thumbnails, so I'm just going to add some, and yeah. Okay, so they're just loading, as you can see. I've decided to go with this one and this one, just because they're one of my newest ones and I think they'll be more up to date. So I'm going to shrink them down just a tiny bit, like to this size probably. Then they're not going to be that wonky. One there, and then one, this one's going to be like a tiny bit on top. Just like so. So that looks pretty good, but it's like still a bit of a messed up thumbnail. So I'm going to put that bit there, and then that bit there. Okay, I want a border around the thumbnails, so I'm going to tilt it to the same, whatever you call it, and that should be okay. Let me just extend it a tiny bit more and then put it behind that thumbnail. Still a bit wonky. I think I'll go with a green. Please don't copy me here. I was doing the border around the thumbnails, but then I realised I should have made the picture straight and then get the border, and it would be easier. But anyway, let's carry on. And I'm sorry, please don't copy this bit. Okay, so that is the thumbnail so far. I don't like the green. It's just not sitting well. So here's when I finally figured out what I should have done instead of doing that weird layout or whatever. I also took a few times trying to figure out what colour looked right and not too bright. So there's a few things changing here and there, but by the end I was pretty pleased with it. Okay, so I changed that one to a green and then this one to a pink. I think that looks pretty good. I might see how it looks with a border, so I'm going to get a shape and then just extend it just like so. Then press that one, then add an outline. Make it whatever colour you like, and then I think I might blur the picture behind it to see how it looks. So go to adjust, and then there should be this option to blur, just like I'm doing now. I think that will do. Okay, so I've rearranged it just a tiny bit. I added the border back again, and I think it looks really cool. So now I'm going to press save and then put it in the file I want. I normally go with low so it doesn't take up that much storage space, but if you want to go with high, then go for it. And that is our finished GFX thumbnail. I'm very pleased with it, so I hope you guys enjoyed and found this helpful. You can always rewatch it and see what you could add, and maybe I will do more tutorials like this in the future. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!